All right, looking at the last 30 minutes of trading, we're up against the high right now. Recently, this was inventory day, and I have found that the inventory report isn't as effective to trade recently in the last few months. So I have bypassed trading inventory. In fact, the only thing I'm looking at on a Wednesday right now on inventory day is the last 30 minutes, or the open itself. And I really don't want to trade the open on inventory day, and I don't want to trade in front of the inventory, but I wouldn't mind trading after the inventory into the last 30 minutes of trading, so meaning the 1 to 130 mark. There's nothing beyond this other than President Trump speaking on the coronavirus task force again. So we see that we had a 4.9. They were expecting a negative number and a positive number of extra excess crude oil over the last 2 weeks have been bonus numbers, if I'm not mistaken. It was last week down, I forget. But I think the last 2 weeks were positive. I believe that's a 2-week bar there. Maybe it's a 1-week bar. 4.9. I guess it was a negative number last week. And the week prior to that was positive. I guess so, because I wasn't trading last week. Or I was trading very, very seldomly. Like the whole month of July, I've been pretty much on the sidelines for most of July, working my way through step 2 into pro-funded. Had a little minor setback recently, so we're where we are, after a reset. We're where we are now. I get a free reset now with my plan. So the market hasn't been very friendly. For me, doesn't mean it hasn't been friendly. Just for me personally, it hasn't been friendly, and I haven't really liked it. The ADR, actually yesterday, the ADR was the lowest I've seen in a long time at 1.19, and today it's at 1.4. That's a little bit better. You can see that I got actually a 1R right now is 14, and a 1.5p is 26. So that's what I've set up over here. Obviously, I don't really want to take a 14-tick hit. I want to trail it behind it and move it with me. The question that we've got right now, looking at the wave pattern that I have right now, let's smash this together. So here's our wave that I've got going on right now. This could be 0.12. This could be 0.1234, going for 5 up here. There's different questions on how you want to look at this. So, but this right here is the 0 point that I'm using right now. Now you could say that it's an extension of this one here too. So this is a 10-minute time frame. So not everything is, the eye of the beholder basically when you're looking at waves. Got rid of 2 of these. I had 2 and 3 in here. Let's get the arrows back out here again. I don't know what happened to those arrows, but they disappeared, so let's put them back on. So right now I've got a 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 right here, and 5 point coming in maybe into trading this week, maybe by Friday. A new 5-point will come up on there. That means it needs to get higher than, let's go ahead and put a horizontal line on this up here. Means it needs to get higher than this right there, which was, I guess, yesterday, correct? 21st, 42.51, if I'm not mistaken, was the high of yesterday, yeah. So this is our foundational chart that we had worked on, that I'm planning on putting another course together, probably August, September time frame, when I'm back to full-time trading again, and I have more time to devote to it. I like to wait for the first 5 minutes to pass by normally on this kind of trade. So it looks like right now I don't really want to be short in front of this number here. I believe that we're going to push to 41.96 and go higher. So I don't want to be short into this until we push the high. And you know, this could be, and I'm using these bars here as a reversal signal, but it could be failure. Now the failure of that bar, we're above it. Close enough. And you can see this setting up here. Honestly, we need to get underneath this. The short signal just not looking so good, to be honest. We had this come up here at around with a 11.11 mark, 11.09. 11.11 we have highest volume bar on the trading session right here. And it ends up being our, how I like to look at it, that ends up being our buy above, sell below line. So we're up, the buy above line is what we're really at right now. And not looking at the MACD and the Williams percent R, you can see that it's, let's get our screen draw tool out. So we got this movement here coinciding with this and this. So it's not confirming. Then we have this to this, and that's confirming a little bit better to play the short side of the trade. But it's not like a home run here. I mean, that's not that big of a difference. And I like to have all the lines confirming to get involved. And us being this close to the high, I really believe we'll run the high. Now looking at the other side of this, we have this line through here coinciding with this, coinciding with that. So it's kind of confirming an up move into close. Usually don't like to look at longs until we get a lot closer to the 130 mark. A lot of times you won't see the long move going into the last 5 to 10 minutes of the trading session. You'll see that last push in the market. So the short signal usually comes between 5 and 10 after, up to 15 after. And a long signal you'll see between 15 and 25 after, usually, if the short doesn't take over. But that's just a rule of thumb. That doesn't mean it's the way it works. This is the pivot point, by the way, we're trading at. All right, so I'm going to pause here until I see something I want to do. If we run the high, we'll take a look at the trade itself. Otherwise, I'm pretty much standing aside right now. I do want to record one trade though today to get my 10 trading days in. So we're going to actually move this down to a 1/2 hour stop, which is 7 ticks today. And then the 1.5p target is 26 ticks. All right, if I see something, I'll let you know. All right, so what do we want to do? We'll be long above this line here. We're going to go 41.89 long. Looking at a push, and I don't want to be in until after 15 after, which we're already after. Looking for a long push into close. Go 41.88. You know, I just don't. As much as I want to be in that, I'd rather see it push down and then come up. So right now we have a short signal at 81. Pushing down back to pivot. No, don't like it yet. Pause. I like to see the market start showing a little bit more signs of life than what we see right now. I am going to hold the short signal out here for now. I'm going to try to move underneath behind this after it breaks. Let's see what happens above 96. Don't really want to be in it there though. Definitely could be a nice up move in the close. Let's just throw in something. 4114 today. So it's been up to 96. 5p move would bring it to 41.99. 6 is 42.17, and we still got the high around 42.51. If it wanted to push into close, it could. Right now I want to be short from 89. Still got a feeling we're going to break this. Trying to get behind that a little bit unless it really breaks through here. So we got 41.99. Let's see what we got going on here. The GAN signal on the up is 42.53. You got 41.86, which has already been run down here. And then you have 42.19 could be another GAN signal that could be run today. 42.19. All right, so we're going to go short under the settlement line right now. Really like to see it push through 96 before I get short though. Comes to 92, I'm going to cancel it if it doesn't go up through 96 yet. Last 7 minutes. I'm not ready to get short yet. I'd like to see it bust the 96 line. All right, here's where we're going to set up. We're going to go long at 93 above the settlement line, looking for a move up into close. Do the last 5 minutes to see if it'll fly. Just use the settlement line. All right, we have 42.19 as our target right now. 18.17, that works. Don't like being on 5, so we'll go 4. $42.19 is the GAN number. It's the 90-degree angle today. It's a fairly simple trade. Once we break 96, we're going to protect the 93 line. It's okay to get close at this time of the day. You just don't know how far up it's going to go. Just take as much as you can. So if there was any strength to that up move right there, it wouldn't have stopped at 42.02. That's my opinion, and I'm going to stick with it. Um, if the market participants wanted to run that market up right there, it wouldn't have just stopped at 42.02. That's why you have to be very aggressive and to close on any ups. You can see it went all the way back down into break even. And I certainly wouldn't have taken a break even on this trade. That's how I'm going to manage close 30. It's how you got to take the profits on the table when they're there in the close 30. And you're looking at what was I looking for? Target related. Bottom line, I was looking for a 26 tick move in my favor. So if we plug in 41.92, I believe is where I was. Target related 42.18. So 42.18, 42.19, that's what I was looking at. The GAN 90 coinciding with the break-even decision, or what we call the close 30 at 42.18. Be very aggressive on stop placement because you just don't know which way that market is going to run. If it wants to go, it's going to go. If it doesn't, now obviously when it's short, you have a tendency of being able for the market to hold on a little bit easier. So the high right there at 42.02 could have easily ran, if they wanted to push it, meaning the market participants, the powers to be, 42.19 could have easily be run today, 42.18. We're within a minute of the open outcry, former open outcry crude oil close. And you see that the signal bars coming in are not very high. There's not a lot of volume in July right now. There's a lot of people that are not trading. Bottom line, that's what you're seeing. And you know, it's not a lot, hey, but it's a positive day. What did we use? We used the buy above line here. We used our blue bars were telling us that we want to sell below, buy above. And I believe we're so close to the high of the day, meaning the 96 level, that we had a good shot to push up in the close. You see it's 130 right now. Beyond the scope of my trading, the easy money is made roughly what I was telling you between the 1 to 130 mark, and now you're in some days there it looks very trendy, very nice between 1:30 to 5 o'clock. You find some really nice trades. If all the indices are working together, you'll find some better trades. Right now, what you see right now is the Dow and the S&P 500 are positive, and you got the NASDAQ down. How about silver recently, huh? Silver breaking some records, getting up to over $22 a barrel, or $22 an ounce barrel. Silver and gold, right? Showing some signs of, that's showing you some signs right there that people are uneasy of what's going on overall. Although the market's trying to recover and go up, I believe that there's a lot of unknowns right now. We know that as it relates to what's going on in the world around us. All right, that's going to do it for me. This is going to be the close 30 over and done. Pulling out one trade today. We had a 7-tick stop loss on the trade. That was 1/2 R. 1.5p was the target area that we're looking at, which actually would have been between 26 and 27 ticks today. And it moved for us our favor. I mean, heck, if you're trading a 10 lot there, that just ends up being a $400 day. So, you know, I mean, 40 ticks, like that's not a lot, but you know, when you're trading in size, you can make a decent amount of money there at the end of the day, last 30 minutes. Obviously, I wouldn't have been in this going up here, but you know, everyone has their own trading plan. Follow your plan. If your plan allows you to trade the 130 to close a market, now, yeah, go for it. But have your statistics behind you. It just made another high by a tick right there, didn't it? It's interesting. Let's measure this right here. If you got in 41.83, and the 26 tick move would be 42.09. So you need 42.09 to get that 1.5p. 4200 would be a 1p move, and that would be measured. So it moved 1p from swing here to this swing here. Interesting. So still measuring, still figuring out things. You just you're constantly a student of the market. Constantly a student of the market. Learn, keep learning. That's what gets me better, and it'll get you better as well as time moves on. Master one market at a time before you open up a second market. That's my humble opinion as it relates to day trading. Obviously, if you're positionally or swing trading, then you can trade more than one market. You know, it's a different time frame. You don't have to have all your concentration as you do as a day trader in one market in the futures. Positional trading can be a lot more profitable a long run if you have the account size to trade multiple markets. It's pretty difficult to, at least in my humble opinion, to pick more than one market. Now you might be able to trade 2 or 3 markets effectively. It depends on your personality and your mental makeup of how you go about your trading too. Sometimes it's a really good thing to trade more than one market because you're not focused in on trying to make one market make you money. You're taking the best trade of over, say, 3 markets. The problem that runs into is when all 3 of them look good and then all 3 lose. Trust me, I've been there, done that. All right, this is Dave Knight here from 123 Day Trade. Thanks for watching. Thank you for being here today. Today was Wednesday, July 22nd, 2020. Be safe out there. Bye for now.